Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of 3 Minute Marketing, where we do micro interviews with some of the world's leading growth experts and condense it all into value bomb style content. Today, I'm super duper excited to have Pep Laha here on the show with me. Did I pronounce that right? Pep?
No, Pep
Sorry.
Laya.
Pep Laya. My apologies. But super excited to have Pep. I've been following him for a number of years. Never met personally, but I've bought pretty much everything that he's attached his name to. He's best known for conversionxl.com, which I believe started as a blog and then kind of evolved to a consulting and then an agency and then a training and then just kind of an ultimate entrepreneur, ultimate unicorn type of person. It sucks that it's 3 minute marketing. I could go for hours probably with you. But I do have the question that I want, and I'm going to model it after this book called The One Big Thing by the guy that started Keller Williams Realty. It's a very demanding question. Topes, I think he's a unicorn, but I think his deepest T area is in conversion. So here's the question, and then you'll have 3 minutes. What is the one big thing that brands can do such that by doing so would make everything else easier and or unnecessary with regard to conversion, which we're going to define as increasing the percentage of users, visits, eyeballs, whatever, that raise their hand and do a thing, make a call, make a purchase, whatever that is.
My answer would be working on your value proposition. So the way I define value proposition is a promise of value to be delivered. So if I'm on your website, what's in it for me? What do I get? So big problem that a lot of companies have is one, they don't have one. They're not making a value proposition, which is a big letdown, especially on your key landing pages, your homepage, and any other landing page you might have. In e-commerce's case, might be a product page or category page. Where am I? What can I do here? Why should I do it here instead of Amazon or other places? So having a value proposition is the start. Now, when companies are communicating their value proposition, a big mistake is that it's either not enough user centric. So, like you talk about yourself, it's like we are the specialists of
Yeah.
WordPress hosting, or like we know perfumes. Like, okay, nobody cares. What's in
Yeah.
it for me, right? So
100%.
you make it the user focused value proposition.
Yeah.
And two, a lot of companies speak about themselves as if they're the only one doing what they're doing. It's like we build WordPress websites, or we're send beautiful email newsletters, things like
Right.
that. Like there are so many companies doing the exact same thing,
Yeah.
and for the most part, companies are the people are comparing multiple options. In my 10 years of doing conversion optimization as a consultant, not once did I come across the situation where the user was like, "Oh, I'm either buying from this company or nowhere else." I mean, maybe Apple. It happens maybe with Apple or Tesla,
Yeah.
but everybody else, people are going to comparison shop. So if you are just like everybody else, and if you are just describing yourself in a mundane, commonplace fashion, like I just do this, you're describing yourself in terms of features, like I do this, I sell this. You're making yourself a commodity,
Yeah.
and you're going to lose business because somebody else is going to be cheaper inevitably. So you don't want to do that. If you're the category leader, obviously things are different. The rules don't apply to you. If you're Salesforce or HubSpot or
Yeah.
Amazon, you don't need to explain who you are. But if you're not Shopify, you need to explain why do business with you and not somebody else. So
Yeah.
differentiation is huge here.
So we got about 30 seconds left. So how does one do that? How does one craft a good value prop?
What is the desired gain the user wants to get, or what is the pain they want to avoid? Focus on that, and then explain how you are uniquely positioned to solve this problem in the best possible way for this well-defined end customer.
100%. Okay, we're at time. That was beautiful. You guys heard it first, the value prop. Thank you very much. We're going to continue. We're going to continue this conversation. You can find a link to the show notes. Pep, my bad. Let people know how they can find you and what you're working on these days.
You can find me on LinkedIn and Twitter. I'm very active, posting daily, controversial stuff mostly. Also, check out my work, winter.com and cxl.com. Winter with a Y.